This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So many conservatives seem to share, they have a commonality among them. So many, in fact, that it seems to be a feature, not a bug. And I'm talking about their knowledge or claim to have knowledge about the Constitution, especially those who orbit Trump's pumpkin head. Mike Flynn being among them. Over the weekend, former National Security Advisor, General Mike Flynn, traitor to his country, appeared at some church, some evangelical wingnut batshit church, and proclaimed that we need only one religion. In fact, he called for one religion in America, completely disregarding the First Amendment of our Constitution, which is strange because then he went on, and I got clips of it, you're going to watch it. He went on to say that the criminal prosecution of insurrectionists who attempted to overthrow the United States government, who attempted to overturn a free and fair American election, to reinsert Donald Trump as president, that their prosecution, their legal criminal prosecution, is a crucifixion. It's bananas. I'm going to read a little bit from this Business Insider article, and then I'm going to play these clips. Prepare yourself. The article, former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn calls for one religion in America. At a 3-day conference in San Antonio, Texas, for the Reawaken America tour, former National Security Advisor and keynote speaker Michael Flynn called for Christianity to become the singular religion of the United States. Either he doesn't understand the Constitution, the same Constitution to which he swore an oath to support and defend against all enemy, foreign and domestic, that was before becoming an enemy of that Constitution himself. He either has disregarded the oath or never really understood the oath in the first place. Both are egregious. Quote, if we are going to have one nation under God, which we must, we have to have one religion, one nation under God, and one religion under God, said Flynn, who recently talked about his Christian faith in an effort to refute QAnon claims that he worships Satan. Because look, when you travel in these circles with these QAnon ding-dongs and these conspiracy theory idiots, they're going to turn on you at some point. The conspiracy will be turned upon you, Mike Flynn, Satan worshiper. Come on. Anyway, here's the first clip. Brace yourself.
And they're talking about the United States of America. Talking about the United States of America, because when Matthew mentioned it in the Bible, he wasn't talking about the physical ground that he was on. He was talking about something in the distance. So if we are going to have one nation under God, which we must, we have to have one religion, one nation under God and one religion under God, right? All of us together, working together.
So one religion under God. One religion in the nation, completely disregarding the First Amendment, that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. That's it for the religion part of it. Make no law respecting an establishment of religion or regulating how people worship or what God they worship. Prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Remember those words? Those words to which you rose your right hand, Mike Flynn, and swore an oath to? Or is that, you don't keep your promises, brother? Continuing with this article, at the conference, Flynn also discussed former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon, who was indicted by a federal grand jury for refusing to comply with a subpoena issued by the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot. Flynn called the indictment an abuse of freedom of speech. Flynn also said he has taped a segment for Tucker Carlson tonight on his nightly white supremacist fireside chat, apparently, on what he calls the insurrection crucifixion, comparing House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Pontius Pilate, the man who ordered the crucifixion of Jesus in the Bible. Quote, "This is the crucifixion of our First Amendment freedom to speak, freedom to peaceably assemble. It's unbelievable," Flynn said at the conference Friday. Well, here is that clip, and then we'll talk about that on the other side.
And that's a great song. If you listen to the words, it really does. It talks about we're not going to take it anymore. The American people are not going to take it. I literally, and I hope that they run the hit tonight, because I just did a media hit with Tucker Carlson for his show this evening. And my message, we talked about, this nonsense going on with what I call the insurrection crucifixion, and Nancy Pelosi is the Pontius Pilate. She's the Pontius Pilate. And this is a crucifixion of our First Amendment, freedom to speak, freedom to peaceably assemble. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. In fact, it's been over 40 years. Over 40 years, we've never had not one person, held in contempt or indicted for contempt of Congress in over 40 years, to include a former Attorney General of the United States by the name of Eric Holder. And of course, today, if you're watching the media, Steve Bannon was indicted today for freedom of speech, basically, for an abuse of freedom of speech. So I'm at a point now.
So now the First Amendment matters. It doesn't matter the part about the freedom of religion and no establishment of religion, what is commonly called the Establishment Clause. That can be jettisoned. We don't have to pay attention to that. That doesn't matter, even though it's part of the Constitution, a vital, critical part of the First Amendment. But Steve Bannon, his conviction of criminality is a violation of his First Amendment rights. And by extension, all of the convictions and the investigations and the indictments of the hundreds of traitors, of insurrectionists, that apparently is a violation of their First Amendment rights, because it violates your freedom of speech to attack and threaten to assassinate the Vice President of the United States. Absolute dumbfuckery. Michael Flynn on full display. Let me tell you a little bit. I'll read from this article a little bit about what this Reawaken America tour is. The Reawaken America tour features Flynn, other Trump loyalists, and anti-vax doctors, including Stella Immanuel and Scott Jensen, who have a history of spreading disinformation about the 2020 election and the COVID-19 pandemic. If you'll remember, Stella Immanuel was the one that said that COVID is a product of like demon sperm or something. Wacky bananas conspiracy theories. Other Trump allies participating as speakers for the tour include Roger Stone, Mike Lindell, of course, my pillow guy, and Lynn Wood. Flynn also has a history of propagating conspiracy theories such as COVID-19 vaccines being added to salad dressing, and previously claimed that COVID-19 was fabricated to distract from the 2020 election. Fabricated, engineered, again. Insane, baseless, wacky conspiracy theories that have taken a hold on a vast portion of America. An alarming number of people believe this or something adjacent to this. Shocking. I've often, when I've talked about it here on the show a lot, had an issue with the low information nature of the conservative voter base, the propensity toward conspiracy theory. But never, ever did I think we would be where we are right now. And that has all been allowed. They have been given permission to be stupid. They take pride in it even by Donald Trump. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Thank you so much for your voicemails, your emails, your encouragement, and even the haters and the trolls, which there are quite a few. Follow me on social media. I would absolutely love to connect with you there. And if I bring you value, and only if I do, listen, if there are other people out on the platform who give you more value, better information, a better time, more entertainment, whatever, support those people. In today's media landscape, it is important to support independent voices like mine, but others out there. So if somebody else is doing it for you more than me, support that person. But if I happen to be your flavor, for $1.99 a month, you can become a channel member. Click the join button below to see what that's about, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.